Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier we were discussing Groundhog Day, and now we're going to be diving into our oddities of the day. Before I read this off, Tate sent me this one, and he said he wanted to do it for Friday's show.
Okay, here's the thing. I didn't think you were actually going to do this one. So
No, I think it's great. I think it's hilarious.
So I was all focused on Hog Manor and Pachitani Phil. Wow. Okay. I'm semi-prepared. I did not. I saw the title.
You didn't read it?
I just sent it. No, I did not. So I want
okay.
Hook a brother up with the details. Okay. I need the details.
Okay. So a Sunday school teacher has been convicted of murdering her husband over a pornography habit. An Arkansas nurse and Sunday school was sentenced to 16 years in prison on Tuesday for murdering her husband after discovering he had paid for porn. Patricia Hill, a nurse of 50 years, shot and killed her husband Frank Hill, 65, in a shed outside their Pine Bluff home last July after the two argued about his pornography use. Hill's attorney, William O. James Jr., said that the couple had been married for 17 years and she kept finding pornography stashed and hidden. James said Frank Hill would often watch pornography in the shed, which he described as his man cave. Patricia Hill, a religious woman who taught Sunday school, felt like the devil was in that shed, James said. Hill, 69, filed for divorce in May 2018, but she withdrew the papers after he begged her to reconsider. 2 months later, after Hill discovered that her husband had purchased a pornography channel on their TV, she confronted him. James said Hill did not mean to kill her husband. She first shot him in the leg and then fired a warning shot that struck him in the head. She said she didn't really remember getting the gun, James said. And then Hill immediately called police. On the 911 call, Hill said, "I need police and an ambulance. My husband's been shot." The dispatcher asked, "Who shot him, ma'am?" She replied, "I did." Hill was originally charged with capital murder, but was found guilty of second-degree murder.
Okay, first off, I fired a warning shot and I struck him in the head by accident.
Yeah.
I'm calling shenanigans on that one. Come on.
Yeah, I've never shot a gun, but I feel like no matter how bad like the kickback is of whatever you're shooting, if you're aiming for the leg and you somehow end up shooting him in the head, I don't.
Okay, Faith, my first question is, if you have a gun and you want to fire a warning shot, what direction do you shoot that warning shot? You've never fired a gun. What direction do you fire? Give me a direction.
Away from the person,
Up in the air.
I know, because it falls back down. You don't shoot up in the air because the bullet always comes down. You don't know where that bullet's gonna go. Never shoot up in the air.
Up in the air. You shoot up in the air.
I know that. You never shoot up in the air because
luck
will have it coming down on your head and then you're dead.
But guess what? Then second-degree murder. Let's say she shoots up in the air, he goes way up and then way back down and shoots him in the head. Then she gets a pass. No. First off, Sunday school teacher shoots and kills her husband.
Yeah, what a great headline.
For being in the she shed.
It's a man cave. It was his shed. My thing is, you go into your little hidey hole and watching pornography. That's a thing in itself. That's really gross. You go in your little shed to watch pornography, like that's a problem on its own.
There's some creep factor already. She shed, hidey hole, man cave. That's the first thing. And listen, for anyone who, wife, I am a happily married man.
Mm-hmm.
At the point you come up with that it's time to kill me for whatever habit it is, just give me my walking papers. Hey, husband, I'm thinking about killing you. It's time. Thank you very much for telling me. I'll be folding my stuff up and putting this. I'm out of here. You do
Thank
not
you
have
for
to
your
kill
time
me.
and consideration.
Thank you for your service. I'm out. Deuces.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
There's a okay. Is it really that bad? See, I'm trying to keep this on the wholesome level and not take this down the hidey hole. So I'm trying to keep this wholesome. But if you have that big of a problem, leave him. It doesn't matter. She said she was going to file for divorce and he begged her to not take it.
Yeah.
First off, if it comes, I think if she would have told him, you know what? This habit is getting to the point where I'm thinking about taking a shotgun and shooting you. He'd be like, never mind. Go ahead. I'll sign the papers and we move on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you give me more? Give me your thoughts on this whole thing.
I just want to say, before I say what I say, I would never shoot and kill my partner over anything, I don't think.
Will you push him out on the porch so you can see his shadow, at least?
No. But I will say, I get it a little bit.
What?
I get no. I don't get her shooting him. I don't think that was a good decision. But
I'm getting the vapors over here.
I get being that upset about it because she did continuously tell him, I don't like that you're doing this. Stop doing it. And then she went to file for divorce, and he was like, no, please don't. Please reconsider. I'll stop doing it. And then he doesn't. So, no, I don't think she should have shot him. I don't even think a gun should have been involved in this conversation at all. But I understand her feelings about it.
Oh my God.
Her feelings are a little bit valid in my opinion.
No. Listen, if it's that bad, and my man, like, I wish he should have called me up before getting shot. Dude, why is he ordering channels? They have smartphones.
It's the 21st century. You can get that stuff for free now.
Yes. Dude, is his habit that bad? How much is he spending on this? He's just trying to wave his freak flag a little bit. I'm sorry. Oh,
you said it. I didn't.
It's sad. But how many? Okay. He got caught once.
Yeah.
Didn't they say he's ordering it on TV or something like that?
Let's see. Frank Hill, he would often watch it in the shed in his man cave, and she felt, because of her religious views, she felt like the devil was in that shed. And
I think the devil was in her. Annie Oakley over here.
And then 2018, she filed for divorce but withdrew the papers because he begged her to reconsider, and then 2 months later she discovered that he had purchased a channel on their TV.
Okay,
so
he purchased a channel. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna walk into the man cave. That was the last straw. You're out of here. I'm out of here. Whatever. Not turn into Ma Baker and just shoot him. Come on.
Like, what the heck is Mom?
Am I right? She didn't have to turn into Annie Oakley out there.
Like I said, I don't think a gun should have been involved in the situation at all. But I mean, it's a little like a stab in the back when you ask your partner not to do something, it doesn't make you comfortable, and they say they won't, and then they do it again and again. So it's an upsetting thing to deal with. And so I'm saying I understand her feelings a little bit, but I don't think a gun should have been involved at all.
Faith,
yes.
If I do something on this show that you do not like, and you're like, you know what, Tate, I'm giving you one warning. I'm bringing a gun next time. We're not doing the show anymore.
Okay. One.
We're not doing the show anymore. We're done.
What would a gun do in this situation? You live in Europe. I live in the United States. What am I going to do?
Listen, you are a very determined woman. If I know that you are thinking about shooting me, I am no longer in Portugal. I am in Lithuania somewhere.
I don't know where in Portugal you live. You think I'm just going to travel around Portugal trying to find you? I'm not going to shoot you.
It's not a big enough country. It's easy to find me. No.
That sounds like a lot of time, money, and effort that I don't want or have.
Well, I was going to tie it into another episode. Maybe the restaurant that you were working at, it became automated with robots and you have free time now. Tying that in from last show.
Yeah, I might have free time, but I won't have any money.
Yeah. But I'm sorry. Like, whenever there's a spouse that comes up unalive, a lot of times it's always the other person that does it. I say, if it gets to the point where I want to kill my wife, oh no, I like freedom too much. I'm leaving.
I think it's time for some therapy if you're considering killing yourself.
Well, if you're at the point where you shot him in the leg and then your warning shot is to the head, I mean,
yeah, I'm sorry.
I know this is really rough.
I think the warning shot should have been shooting him in the leg.
Yes, that was the one. Pinky toe. Shoot him in the pinky toe. Not even the leg, the pinky toe. Also, warn your brother not to watch this segment. This segment is NC-17 and up. This segment is not for the young at heart.
Not for children.
And for all you women out there and men that are thinking about going into your husband's she shed, just get divorce papers.
Please don't shoot your husband. Please just don't ever shoot your spouse. Please don't ever try to kill your spouse. If you're having those thoughts, get yourself into some therapy and file for divorce.
Walk away. Walk away. Do not smoke anybody. That's all I'm saying. That's my Mr. Rogers moment of the day. Do not shoot your spouse for buying.
Please don't bring Mr. Rogers' name into this conversation.
He's over there. He's watching his show. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and then it went south.
Don't shoot your husband. Alrighty, guys. Ooh, okay. I just turned my light off.
The lights are. Okay, this show is over. Faith hasn't even turned out the lights. Like, we're out of here. See ya.
Sorry, but it is time to close out the show. So I guess lights are off, so it's time to go. Thank
Maybe
you guys.
That guy should have turned the lights off in his in his man cave. He'd be still alive right now.
Oh, maybe.
Wow.
Well, guys, that's the end of our show. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend.
Happy Groundhog Day.
Happy Groundhog Day. Thank you for tuning in to the Andrew Tate Show presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you on Monday.
Bye-bye.